How much longer will America suffer under Democrats? That's our question in tonight's preamble. This morning on the Chris Salcedo Show on radio, we talked with the great Trish Regan. She shared a deeply personal story from a few years ago when she couldn't get formula to feed her baby. Listen.
About 12 years ago, I had twins. I had traveled on a story, and I came back, and it was harder for me to feed them myself because I had been away for so long, which meant we needed formula. And one of my little girls, I'll never forget it, it was the most horrible feeling I think I've ever felt in my life, because she woke up. We had gone up to our home in New Hampshire. We were in the middle of the woods, out in the middle of nowhere, and she was hungry, and I couldn't feed her myself. And I was crying because, my child needed food.
It wasn't supply chain issues and incompetent Democrats afflicting Trish at that time, but the anguish was very real. Now mothers across the United States, Democrats, Republicans, conservatives, liberals, are all suffering that same anguish at the hands of the Democrat Party. But instead of concentrating on feeding American babies, Team Biden and his party of left-wing extremists, they're focused on killing American babies.
I believe that eliminating the right of women to make decisions about when and whether to have children would have very damaging effects on the economy and would set women back decades. Roe v. Wade and access to reproductive health care, including abortion, helped lead to increased labor force participation.
In fact, every Democrat is focused on killing American children, except for one. Yesterday, every Senate Democrat except Joe Manchin voted to not increase the formula supply for American babies, but to kill American babies right up until birth.
The bill we have today to vote on, the Women's Health Protection Act, and I respect people who support, but don't make no mistake, it is not Roe v. Wade codification. It's an expansion. It wipes 500 state laws off the books. It expands abortion. And with that, that's not where we are today. We should not be dividing this country further than we're already divided. And it's really the politics of Congress that's dividing the country. It's not the people. They're telling us what they want. And it's just disappointing that we're going to be voting on a piece of legislation which I will not vote for today.
How can any country leave such cold, unfeeling, and dangerous people in charge of our lives? Perhaps that's why Democrats are pushing mass illegal immigration right now. They want to replace all of you American mothers out there with compliant foreign nationals. And it turns out that Team Biden and his Democrats are putting your money where their heart is, with illegal aliens from other countries. Florida Congresswoman Kat Cammack has obtained video showing pallets of baby formula being shipped down to the border for the care and feeding of illegal alien children. This is happening while American store shelves have no baby formula. How can any nation endure a political party that places citizens of foreign nations above the well-being of their own voters and their families? The biased press, in the meantime, and so-called fact checkers claimed that crack pipes in smoking kits paid for by taxpayer dollars was fake news. Snopes rated the claims of crack pipes, quote, mostly false. USA Today said they debunked the claim, and so did CNN and PolitiFact. Like all left-wing extremist Democrats, Biden's White House, the media, and the so-called fact checkers, they all lied. In fact, crack pipes are being distributed in safe smoking kits up and down the East Coast. The Washington Free Beacon and other sources are reporting and showing photographic evidence. Now, imagine if Biden's disinformation censorship board were in place right now. What nation can survive when one party, the Democrats, who are in charge of the country and in charge of the corrupt media, see their primary purpose is to lie about all the harm they're doing or all the harm they're going to do to the country? As Americans struggle to fill their gas tanks, Joe Biden and the unfeeling folks who run this administration are busy taking oil supplies offline. The Interior Department, in a move that is sure to make Vladimir Putin smile, canceled a 1 million acre oil lease in Alaska. The cold-hearted apparatchiks inside the Biden regime made sure to pull the trigger on this one ahead of the busy summer traveling season, and as Americans are already facing painful prices at the pump. One-party rule in Washington has been a disaster for our people. We are poorer, we are less safe, and we can't even feed our kids. Joe Biden said that Trump shouldn't be president. Now I'm saying that Biden shouldn't be president. But I'm going to add to that. The Democrat Party is doing such damage to our people. None of their kind should be ever allowed to do this harm to us again. It's up to all of us to make sure none of them are reelected. That way, they can no longer hurt us.